sitting at 11. We got a good one coming up next.
West, and then the Raptors to wrap it up this weekend. But first things first, the Hawks have to deal with
some fans in the stands tonight, and you can bet there'll be some purple and gold. Take a look at the Lakers. Here's their lineup. They're pretty healthy. Those are the starting five. And
be an all-defensive player, Reddish shed before the game, guys. This is the perfect opportunity to show more people what he can do.
Free throw line, Trae Young, an average of 13 times over the last 5 games.
Rockets, and he's used to those alley-oops. He had a lot of those.
Schroeder quickly to the basket by Gasol.
You like that red velvet,
Red velvet underneath, and a great look to AD to score. Whose offense is really coming around. Now LeBron, here he goes down the lane, and he's minutes. And their last game was against Washington, where they won. Shot clock is at 4. LeBron going to look to go to the basket. Here he comes. Tough shot.
LeBron James, the best at that, is he's pretty good at taking Clint Capella one-on-one.
Certainly looking for the whistle, and he didn't get it. Now LeBron, good dish to Caldwell Pope.
The Lakers are good is in the open court. Get the ball to LeBron and let him do it.
The Lakers are fortunate as it hits the heel, and now it's Herter for 3.
As long as he keeps getting good looks, he's got to keep shooting it. I know he's starting to think about it, but you can't let that.
LeBron gets it swatted away, picks it right back. Here he goes, lays it off for Mark, who lays it in.
Dribble penetration. You break down the defense as the Lakers slow getting back. And
doesn't mean he's not scoring. Here is Gasol. That shot was not good. And then
Capella sees it, and he's quick off the floor. That's where Mark is going to have to show him the counter.
Capella, who is second in the league in rebounding. We saw number 1 drumming the other.
Well, when you handle the ball as much, and I mean,
yes, exactly.
He handled it up.
The way he can get whistles.
Another look at that play where Marc Gasol with the lob up.
He's led them in that category this year. Points in the paint, 14 of the 15 for the latest 400th NBA career 3 the other night, and I only mention that because it is 400th triple. AD bumping down low for the life of him. He missed 8 games already this year. Good feed underneath.
That play handoff, Schroeder to Trez for the easy deuce. I think he realized that he had to get. He wanted to make sure he got quality minutes for everybody and try to avoid
defensive teams in the NBA last year. So as those teams have fallen, they've ascended.
And the defenders, he's holding it, and the defenders are turning his head, so he's reading it.
That's 20 or 20.
Another look at that play by Trae Young. He gets into the paint and then just.
That is his 47th of the year. Boy, Alex made the play of the game the other night, and he scooped deep. The odd men out were Wesley Matthews and Markieff Morris. Attitude to Rajon, the way he played in the bubble, especially.
Starting the Laker break, as Gallinari thought he had an easy one here, and Trez but kept his balance.
7 to shoot. Here comes the mid-range from Trez. 5 and 4 here in their home building. Little shake and bake by Rajon. Here it goes. Long time for LeBron at the other end with 2, with 1. He leans in.
He's just about ready to sound as he goes up, gets contact.
High is 46 points, came against his former team. I'm going to give you a line that he had a little bit later on. Underneath the scoop.
What you have to do is Caruso gets in there, and there's Capella.
Boston with this grouping, and clearly Frank Vogel liked it enough to trot it out there for a second straight game as the free
throw.
Put
the ball in his hands, as you mentioned, because he can get to the paint.
Look at, he's here to stay. Solomon now will leave it for Rajon. Here he goes around LeBron to Leyes, but he can't secure it. Lakers, by the way, still up by 1, despite the fact.
But like I said, those 5 3-pointers are the difference.
Yeah, Lakers are 0 for 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you against Denver. Look at that.
Behind the back.
Rondo quarterback. Solomon Hill lets it go.
So you can see where the difference lies. Timeout. Lakers are now need to scratch here.
Since their big man sat, and finally he loves this matchup against Montrez, trying to quickly go through. AD, nice hands, stole it.
Usage of the hands.
Bounce to Trez, throw it down.
Anthony Davis, and then Caruso with that beautiful bounce pass to the street. Trez.
And we're tied at 34, so the timeout works wonders for the Lakers. Collins got into the league. Had some great years here. K for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Also went to Georgia for a couple of years. Is that no longer #1 officially in the NBA because he doesn't have enough attempts. Leaning in on the defensive play. Now AD, right wing with the right hand. High arc is
shot yet. Only attempted 4.
Trae Young over AD. Look to body up. Now Alex lob underneath, just short. Montrez picks it away. Trae Young starts, stop, on its way, count it.
2.5 to go here in the second quarter.
That's going to be a foul on Gasol. Anybody else right now in the NBA? Hey, Shakey's Pete turnovers for Atlanta. Trae Young trying to work on Alex.
You see, right there, he looks like he drugged the pivot foot a little more.
AD looking to get to the basket and foot piece of hardwood.
Yeah, well, that's the difference that he makes in this team as he continues.
Big AD in front of Trae Young. Gallinari goes all the way. That's a good play.
And the coach, Pierce, from the Hawks, that he went straight up, and Gallinari created. Hawks are in a zone.
Good pass. KC, 3!
So that kind of goes to show you sometimes the numbers don't tell the whole story on that end, because he did do
10 seconds, gentlemen. Now here is Schroeder all the way with the left hand. Can't finish, though. And you're going to see a heavy dose of Alex Caruso, if that's the case. But here he is again, wandering in underneath. Oh, what a play by AD!
The Lakers, so the Hawks will get possession.
So he's going to go to work. Here he is, finding the wide open KC, 3. That's his 5th of the evening, and that leads Atlanta. Lob again, and this time.
Another look at that play I was talking about. Trae Young gets in there. Look at that little underhand lob.
For him, he's 1 for 5. Young again, and he wanders all, and Schroeder saves it at the baseline. LeBron with some speed. Here he goes. The train going down the track.
Lakers have to continue to put the pedal to the metal like LeBron does.
Ultra quick. And that was a good run break by the Lakers. And
allow them to make him alter his shot.
Here goes Trae Young, scoop and score.
The floor. Get the early offense, and then defensively, got to somehow.
The third quarter. KCP to the wide open Schroeder, set and fire, and he gets. So that's the first 3 other than KCP, and it's Trae Young scores.
It's small.
Here's the bounce to AD. Scotty,
you don't give up a layup. You give up jump shots.
Laker half-court defense. They're really picking up all over the place. Now Trae Young, there's the lob.
Screener, so he can't get a straight line to the rim for the lob.
AD going to move in, bounces off to the 5 on the floor. Herder all the way, good defense. THT was there. Make my living. 2nd in the league. Behind the back, Herder got it.
They're going to have to blitz him, make him pick up his dribble, and then get back.
80.
Anthony Davis, he'll be headed to the sideline as we get another look at LeBron getting the assists in.
Points, has 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Gallinari lets it go. The notion to go in. AD trying to do that. Has Herder in front of him. Throws it up.
They should run it again then.
Yeah. Well, here comes Young. They leave him alone.
Leave the double team. Let his original man stay there. Start rotating over.
THT to A. And the one shot he missed was a 3. And there's the foul. Just to clarify, Trae Young, I had said the over 30 in the game has played 9 minutes. Has 5 points, wide open underneath. And AD long road trip. Trae Young drive, kick, down goes Kuz. Solomon Hills. The ball inbounds. Kuzma looking to dump it under to Montrez. And of course you saw him waving goodbye to Westbrook as Russ left the floor. AC nice taken by Kuzma. Kuz with a 3-on-3. Caruso all the way. Reverse layup is good. He'll orchestrate it. Surveys the situation. Trying to work on Fernando. Shoots over him.
It was an air ball. Another look at LeBron's 3 with our Carl's cam. Well defended.
Eastern Conference. It's owned by the Hawks. Kuzma. Corner. Got it. Yeah, nicely done, right, Stu?
Very nicely done. Steal.
Alex. Defense. Offense.
Was able to get the steal. Get the easy deuce, and the Lakers run continues as well.
The show throwing it down right there. Lakers have got 3 blocks. Ties their longest run of the season. Underneath, Capella finishes. That's including the playoffs. James, offensive foul on year. since these two teams met, glaring into the seats. Executive of the Cavaliers that set LeBron off in.
This lady. Wow. Right there, you got to make him pick up his dribble.
And he does, and boy, he threw it into a crowd of Lakers in December 2019. Trae Young had 30 in that game. Well, and Kuzma handled the prosperity for the time being. The Lakers. Here goes LBJ. Give it up to Trae.
His perfect shooting from the field. 7 for 7.
And it is 9 assists. Officially leader as always. Pass into the corner. KCP. He's going to drive. Block that time. Halfway through the quarter.
KCP takes off, shows it to him, and look at that. Easy.
Young. Corner 3 Collins. So Young. Herder, little shake and bake. There's the roll by Collins, and he throws it in. Schroeder looks to get to the basket. Here he goes. Count every night. KCP, here he goes. Lob underneath. Boy, Trez tried it. And he got
another look at that pass. Look at Trez grab it, control it, and then score.
Trae Young. There's Trae Young bumping into him. Nearly throws it out of bounds. Good defense by the Lakers.
As he thought he was fouled in the paint.
Come on, he gets the call every time.
I mean,
come on.
He
did the same thing, swiped, and then it went off the fingertip. And that's probably Young in front. Dennis, pull up, corner, the key, got it.
Worked the screen, pulled up for the jumper. Trae Young trying to
go along with 12 points. Young down the middle, Young all the way. He leans in, no, tapped up and in. Thinking by Trae Young, he's going to run with it. He's in the attacking zone. Right side, Reddish rides it up. Now here they are in a sort of a similar situation, and they're going to only be up by.
Got to keep motion and ball movement. Keep the defense moving a little bit.
Under 2 minutes to play. AD with the dribble. AD at the base. AD score.
Get jacked up and really get something happening here. Wow.
Long 3. Trae Young. Ball out. That's the first in the last 2 minutes. LeBron got it. Again, they've only got 6 to shoot. They strip it away. Steal it. So the Lakers get a stop. Up for LeBron. Here he goes all the way. Score.
Get possession, and KCP throws it ahead, and LeBron 1, 2, 3.
2 on this trip. Longest trip in the NBA this year. Trae Young, 16 seconds left. They need to foul, and they foul LeBron.
A 7-game trip and win them all.
And the thing about the 16th game of the year, they are 12-2 on the road to face Denver on Thursday.
And that's what seemed like we've been on the road forever.